Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. Today we are going to be taking on a new restoration project with this Mazda RX-7 that I got at the junkyard. As with all of my project vehicles, it's rusty and beat up, and we are going to restore it today. So let us go ahead and start the restoration by moving it over to the car lifter. Alright, let's get all the body panels off this rust bucket. Fender, hood, headlight, another fender, and then we are going to get the interior gutted as well. One thing in the interior. Alright, that is everything on that part. Let's go ahead and get the interior detailing kit and... Oh, I hit the wrong button there. The welder, I was meant to say. Get that all over there, and let's get this car looking good. So we're going to start with the welding first. There we go. Looks like it has a livery on it. Alright, that looks amazing. Let's go ahead and get these put away, and I don't need that up. I need... again. Got this bug. There we go, okay. Sitting there trying to put it away, and I'm hitting the right button, and it's not doing anything. Alright, so, this car is ready for the next step in the process. We're going to go ahead and start with the engine bay cleanup. Normally, I do that last, or for the last couple of videos I have, but now we're gonna start here. And let's see how many more clips we have to remove. Looks like just one clip in the engine bay. No, more than that. There's another one hiding right under my nose. There we go. Now we have all of them. So, the main difference between this vehicle and some of the other ones I've restored is this one has a rotary engine in it. And I honestly have only repaired a couple of these, so it's going to be interesting to do it again. So, does this vehicle even have ABS? It does not. Nice. It's that old of a car, we don't have to worry about any of that. Alright, so let's go ahead and repair what we can, which is going to repair the body parts, which is fine with me. Alrighty. We weren't able to repair the brake servo. We can recharge the battery, and we'll have to replace the air filter housing. So, let me see what part of that we need to replace. All of it. And then we need 3 clip Bs. So while the battery's recharging, let's get that. I believe it was rotary A. And then we needed 4 clip Bs. Or, sorry, 3, because we already had 1. Alright, that should be most of the stuff in the engine bay. I'll also have to pick up a brake servo. And a radiator as well. Alright, and now the pesky clips. Even on the rotary vehicles, they suck. I hate them. Looking good so far. We're going to need a brake servo and a radiator A. So let's go to brake servo. There it is. And then we'll go ahead and rad. And I'm going to bet that this one is going to need a fan housing and a housing fan. Oh, again, I made the same mistake with the F350. It needs it needs the fan housing B. Well, we learn something new every day. There we go. That is now installed. So, and then of course the brake servo. And it looks like that's everything in the engine bay, except for the engine, of course, which we are actually going to get out of the vehicle next. So, let's go ahead and put this up on the lift. And save our game. And let's clear our inventory out of stuff. We are going to eventually, in the end, replace all the body parts, so I'm going to just get rid of them now. Alright, let's go ahead and get under here. Let's work on getting the drive shaft off so we can get the gearbox out. And get the engine out. Gearbox rotary A. Alright, so I'm going to leave the clutch stuff on, and we'll replace that with the engine on the stand. So let's go ahead and actually get the engine out of the vehicle and over to the stand. Pull out. Good. Alright, we have a tiny little engine on the stand. So let's go ahead and take Mr. Engine Crane and put him back over there where he belongs. And let's go ahead and get to work on... Let's start with the front suspension. So this vehicle is part of the Mazda DLC in Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. If you guys want to use this vehicle, you will have to get that DLC. Highly recommend you do. It is awesome. Somewhere down the road, I'll make another video for the other Mazda car that came with this. I think it's the Mazda RX-7, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong, though. Alright, looks like we're going to need 4 bushings per side for a grand total of 8 bushings for the front. And it's going to be front shock absorbers this time. I need to remove that sway bar before I can touch the shock absorber. And let's see here. We cannot remove the steering rack yet, and we cannot remove that sway bar. So let's go to the other side here and get this rim and tire off. And then just disassemble everything as usual. Alright, and then, as always, we will come over here to the repair bench and spam the crap out of everything. Which wasn't a lot, so we're going to have to do a lot of new parts from the shop. We're going to need 2 front steering knuckle A's. Let's go ahead and get those now. Front steering knuckle A. We are going to type in the whole thing, because the last time I did this, I had to spend a lot of time searching. So we need 2 of those. Let's go ahead and get what we know we're going to need. We're going to need some tie rods. We're going to need bushings. 8 of them, I think I said. We're obviously going to need new brake pads. And I think they had ventilated brake discs. Not really sure, but we'll find out when we get there. Need a front suspension cross member B. Let's just type in cross. Pick that up. Obviously going to need sway bars and everything like that as well, but we'll get to that in just a minute. Let's see if we managed to repair the steering rack. We did not. Buy a steering rack. Let's get the shock absorbers. Front shock absorber A, I need 2 of them. I need 2 caps, and then I need 2 springs. There we go. 2. I don't remember what type of end links I had. I know that I had a front sway bar. Let me just check what end links I had. I'll buy those while I'm at it. And I can't buy those just yet. Oh, probably because I don't have a steering knuckle installed. Or a shock absorber. Alright, let's see how many of those lower suspension arms we got done. 1 of them. So we need another lower suspension arm. Good. And let's start getting all this stuff installed. We have to go press the springs onto the shocks. And we're going to need wheel bearings, wheel hub bearings, and then wheel hub caps as well. Hub bearing 2, cap 2. Probably need them for the back as well, but we'll find out. Like I said before, I haven't really rebuilt a lot of these vehicles. So, and it does have ventilated discs. That's good. Caliper. And wow, it's been a long time since I've been able to repair both calipers and the cylinders. So let's go ahead and jump over to this side and get some assembly done, and then we'll get the shocks assembled. And we're going to need a front wheel hub. We can actually, don't even have to search anything, just get it right there. Bearing. Cap. Let's get this lower suspension arm in. And then these bushings. Oops, I have to forget that I have to put a bolt in the bushing. Steering rack, you can get the tie rods installed. Alright, brake disc ventilated. And then once we get this brake assembled, we're going to go ahead and go do the shocks. Get the springs and stuff put in. Alright, we'll finish assembling the other side in a minute. We need to join parts. You need to join these new parts together. And let's see what kind of rear end we're working with here today. I'm not sure. Honestly, I haven't really rebuilt this at all. Looks like it has air shocks in it. Let me just take a quick look. No, it doesn't. It just has spring caps, rear springs, and a rear shock absorber cap. Oh, it kind of has that classic a ton of parts rear end. Gotta come up with a name for that. I don't like rebuilding all those parts. So many bushings you have to buy. Alright, so the front shocks are done. Let's go ahead and put them in. There's the first one. And this is where we'll figure out what kind of sway bar end links we need. We need front end link A's, so let's go ahead and go buy 2 of those. I'm just going to type in end and purchase 2 of those. Alright, there's one side. Let's get this side done. Put me up a little higher than I want to be. There we go. Let's move back down. Okay, so we're missing something. I can feel it. We got all these bushings. Yeah, we got that bushing. We got that bushing. We got those bushings over there. Oh, yes, we're missing the sway bar. I'm like, if everything is the same on both sides, why can I only put a tire on one side? There we go. Okay, so finally, to complete the front, we are going to get the tires replaced. So it looks like we're going to need, definitely going to need new tires. Let's see if we can get the rims repaired. I saw in a screenshot of this game, this thing had slick tires on it, so I think I'm going to put slick tires on it. Just for cosmetic appeal. So let's go ahead and see what we can repair and what we have to buy. And it looks like we only need to buy 1 rim for the front. So let's go to our inventory here and scroll down. So it's going to be a 17-inch RX-7B rim. So let's go to our rim shop, which is right here. And we're going to type in Mazda. And it is going to be a 17-inch rim, $204. That's pretty expensive. And of course, we need to get tires. So we're going to put the same size tires on, except they're going to be slick tires. So 235, 45, 17. So slick tire B. 235, 45, 17. That is expensive. Holy cow, $3,100. Oh well, whatever. We've got almost $3 million in our bank account, so we are good. So, I need to be here to install parts. There we go. I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys, I have no idea why I'm putting slick tires on this car. I saw it in a screenshot and I thought it looked really cool. Looked really slick. Let's go ahead and put this one on the wheel balancer because it takes 10 million years for it to balance. Take that. Good. Now we wait for this piece of junk to get its job done. So, once I'm done with the front end, I'm going to come over here to the rear end, rebuild that, and then we'll do the exhaust system, and then we'll go rebuild the engine. So it shouldn't take us too long. I don't really have a lot more stuff to do. Let's go ahead and start by putting one of these wheels on, because I will be done with that before the wheel's even done balancing, if I can click in the right spot. There we go, Dominator wheels. Not bad. It'll look even better when we have some nice clean body panels on there, and it's painted. Let's go ahead and put the second wheel on now. In the classic star pattern. And there we go. So the front end is done. Let's go ahead and save my game. And we're going to go ahead and clean out the inventory. We cannot repair any of this, so we're just going to sell it. Boom. Get an extra 383 bucks. That'll cover a tenth of the cost of the... just over a tenth of the cost of the tires alone. So, let's go ahead and jump to the rear end here. Start by removing the rear tires. We're actually going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to do the tires first, and then we'll rebuild the rear end. So let's go ahead and get these separated. While those are doing that, I'm going to jump here back to the shop. Slick tire B. We're going to need 2 of these. 17, 235, 45. Yep. Alright. Separate the parts again. Let me see if I have to buy another rim. No, I think I can repair that. Alright, let's hope that we don't screw this up. Good, we did not. Install the new rims. One of the things I'm looking forward to in this game is being able to paint rims. That is going to be a great day. So yeah, this rear end looks really, really weird without a bumper and taillights. All right, let's take that, put the new wheel on the balancer, and then hold it in our inventory. I was gonna go put it on, but I'm like, oh wait, I haven't rebuilt the rear end yet. So we're gonna let that one stay on the balancer the whole time, and we're just gonna go ahead and start disassembling the rear end. So we're gonna make a mental note that we need 2 wheel hub bearings for the back, 2 rear shock absorber A's. Let's go ahead and buy this now because I am going to forget if I don't. So we need 2 wheel hub bearings, 2 shock absorber A's, which are going to be there. And then, honestly, don't remember how many of each bushing I need. I think I need... it's either 8 of... there's 8 of one and 9 of the other. I know that much, but I don't remember which one is 8 and which one's 9. Or it could be 8 of each. Just I'll start with 8 of each, and we'll go from there. See if that is correct or not. Oh, I have to remove that sway bar end link. And then these 2 bushings here, and we'll get the fuel tank, and then this half is done with disassembly. While we're at it, let's grab these middle muffler and rear muffler. Anything else in the exhaust? Pesky bearing. It would be cool if the wheel hub and the bearing came as one unit. Kind of like how, you know, this suspension arm, you would have to have 2 bearings, or excuse me, bushings with it. That'd be cool if they included the wheel hub bearing with the wheel hub itself. Alright. Sway bars out. Yeah, I honestly think that they should include bushings with everything. Although, it takes... This game is a car mechanic simulator. You're not gonna just remove 4 bushings and then this thing will just come out. Kind of deal. Alright, so that is the rear end. Disassemble. Let's go ahead and save my game. And come over here and spam repair everything. Looks like we only broke 1 thing. That is impressive. So, we got 2 rear axle knuckle housing A's. We got the rear suspension cross member. We do have a rear shock absorbers. We bought those a few minutes ago. Rear suspension arm. And I don't have the bushings for that just yet, but we're going to get them. We are going to need a wheel hub 3. And a rear wheel hub as well. So let's go ahead and get the bearing in. And let's see if we need a rear drive axle. Alright, so here's what we need. We need a rear drive axle. Is it just a rear drive axle? It is just a rear drive axle. We need a rear drive axle. So let's go ahead and do rear. Rear drive axle. We need bushings. And I'm going to go ahead and go with 8 of each. And if we need more, we'll just come in here and buy them. So we got bushings, and there was one more thing we needed, and I already forgot what it was. That is the story of my memory right there. We're going to need a rear sway bar B. And... oh, I know what we're going to need as well. Let's see here. Rear sway bar B. We're also going to need rear sway bar end links, because those are not repairable. We do not need any rear suspension arm Bs. That's good. What about upper arms? We need a rear suspension upper arm. Let's get this installed. So we need a rear suspension upper arm. Rear suspension upper arm. A. Or was it? No, that one. We're not making the mistake of buying. We're not making that mistake of buying the wrong part. We need a rear spring times 2. Where's my arrow key? There it is. We need that one. Spring cap. We're going to need another spring cap. Okay, let's get these 2 bushings here, and then we'll get the other spring cap. Did we not put the sway bar in yet? Thought we did. Alright, let's get the end link. Alright, we need another spring cap. So spring cap. We're gonna need a fuel tank and a fuel pump. Let's get that while we're here. And then, other than that, it's just the brakes and whatnot. Oh, and then we have the complete other side to do as well. Forgot about that. Let's go ahead and start the assembly on this side. Oh, that's what we needed. Alright. Start over. Wheel hub 3. Wheel hub 3. And while we're back here, let's go ahead and pick up 2 brake discs. 2 brake pads, and we will check the calipers when we get to them. I'm gonna guess we're gonna have to buy some. And we need another did I not buy another rear wheel hub? Or I forgot to buy a rear wheel hub. That was one of the things I forgot to buy. That's probably the thing I forgot to buy that I was thinking of. Alright, rear drive axle we have. Let's get this brake disc installed. Rear shock. Let's get this suspension stuff done over here. We need another rear suspension arm. Man, I'm forgetting everything. But that is okay. And let's see if we got all of our bushings in the right place. I think I did. Hopefully. Do we have any more, we have one more small rubber bushing somewhere that... Right there, that's where it's gonna go. Alright, I'm pretty sure that is all of the bushings on this vehicle. Of course, we need to get these done. Be easier if I just hit enter instead of click. And link. Screw that in. Alright. So, other than the exhaust and the brakes, I think the rear end is just about done. And oh my goodness, the brakes are repaired. I don't even have to buy anything. That is amazing. That is fantastic. Once in a lifetime, people. It's actually twice in a lifetime. It's happened to me twice so far on this vehicle itself. Alright, so we need to go over to the wheel balancer and get our other tire. And let's just do a quick little look around to make sure we didn't forget anything. Although we will find out very soon if we did. There's that side and the other side. Alright. Looks good. I'm liking it. Again, once we get some body panels on there, it's going to look even better. So, let's clean the inventory. I don't think I can repair anything. No, I can't. Let's go ahead and sell everything. And let's go ahead and get some exhaust parts for this thing. Let me go ahead and add. So we're gonna need a catalytic converter, a middle muffler, an exhaust pipe, and a rear muffler V8. So we need an exhaust pipe, a cat. Where is the middle muffler? There it is. And then a V8 muffler. An exhaust pipe, that middle muffler, and then the cat. Alright, so let's go ahead and save my game and then move on to the engine, the tiny little rotary engine. So, let's go ahead and get this thing torn down. I have to figure out how to do that now, because it has been so long since I've done this. Alright, so we need to remove the rear side housing block first. Then we can remove the rotor. Then we can remove this. And the crankshaft, and then the intermediate housing. That was easy, for like the 7 or 8 things I just removed. And let's see what we can repair and what we have to replace. That was probably the crankshaft that I probably just screwed up. Yep. All right, we're gonna need some new components here. Many new components. So I need a crankshaft for a rotary A. So let's type in crank rot. I'm gonna need a counterweight at some point, but I'll buy that when I need it. Rotor housing. For a rotary. I already have the intermediate in there. I'm not clicking in the right spot. Alright, do we have the, we need another rotor housing, okay. Alright, did we manage to repair the rotor? No, we did not. So we're going to be back and forth to the shop a lot on this engine. I'm just going to warn you guys now. Alright, rear side housing block. We did repair that. We didn't repair the flywheel. Let's see here. I think we repaired the clutch plate. So, pressure plate, release bearing, flywheel, and we're going to need a drive shaft, so we'll buy that now. We did repair the clutch plate. Good. And then the bearing. Alright, so here comes buying a bunch of rotary stuff. Let's just type in rot A. Rotary A. We need an exhaust manifold. And we also need an ignition coil for a rotary A. So let's go ahead and put the exhaust manifold on first. Easy 4 screws. Then the ignition coil. It's got 4 spark plugs. We're gonna need a oil filter. So let's just type in oil here. Oil filter. It's gonna be for rotary, if I can find it. There it is. It's right above my mouse. We also needed some spark plugs. 4 of them to be exact, and then a fuel filter. And then we'll come back to the shop and buy everything else, because that is how that's going to work. Alright, what do we need? Spark plugs, and then I'm assuming we're going to need some spark plug wires. Yes, ignition wires. Rotary A. Alright, we need to put in another rotor. I'm gonna probably have to buy another housing. Yeah, rotor front housing. I don't have another one of those, so front side housing. Okay, there we go. Now we have a ton of stuff we can put in there. So we're gonna need an oil pan. So oil pan. It's gonna be for a rotary. Again, I am blind and I cannot find it. Is it even here? V, T, there it is. It's all alphabetical. I should have figured that out by now. Alright. We need... There's that counterweight that I said we would need. So let's just type in rot A. We're going to need that counterweight. We are going to need an intake manifold for a rotary A. And I don't know. I think we need that sprocket. I think that is what that is right there. Yes, I was right. And then the intake manifold. There are no items to work with. Oh, intake manifold B. Did I buy the wrong one? I did. Intake manifold B. I need to pay more attention to part names. Alright, we need a water pump and an alternator. And then we need a timing chain. We'll get that while we're there. Let's see here. Alternator. Wow, that's a weird looking alternator. I gotta do a Bentley one of these times. Never done one of those before. Would be a learning experience for everyone, let me tell you. Alright, we need an idler roller B. Probably gonna need some sort of serpentine belt. Oh, I need to put a timing cover on, don't I? Yep, timing cover. Timing cover. It is going to be for a rotary A. Wow, that's a lot of bolts for a timing cover in this game. It's got a V8 pulley, and then arm A and arm B. Let's type in arm A and arm B. Yes, we have both of them here. I was confused there for a second. I was like, wait, why is there an arm B? Alright, and then we needed a crankshaft pulley V8, so we'll type in crank. Okay. And we need a serpentine belt. Let's just buy that. Serpentine belt A. Let's hope that is the last of the shop we have to visit, but it's probably not. There's going to be, yeah, we got to get a power steering pump for a V6B, and we got another idler roller we got to get. And an idler. So we need an idler roller A, idler roller B, and a power steering pump. I think we're going to need a belt tensioner, I think is what it is. So we need a V6B power steering pump. We need a couple of idler rollers. There we go. Idler roller B. We're gonna need another belt here in just a second. So my guess is we're gonna need a either a tensioner or another idler roller. So based on that size, I'm gonna say idler roller A. Let's take a chance. See if we're right. We need a serpentine belt. It looks like it's gonna be B for the rotary. I was right. Yay. Alright, looks like we got some fuel injectors on this as well. It's going to be fuel rail rotary A. And then the other part of the intake manifold, which I already have, I looked at that and I was like, hang on a second, I already have that. And then the throttle. I think that's the last part of this and then we're done. It's for a rotary A. Kind of looks like the valves on a 3-valve engine. Looks cool. All right, I think that is this engine. It is done. Let's go ahead and go get the assistance of our lovely friend. While we wait for that to go down, let's go get the assistance of our lovely friend, Mr. Engine Crane. Drop that down to the ground. Engine stand. Remove the engine from the crate. And install it to the vehicle. Alright, Mr. Crane, thank you very much for your help. You are gone. Not bad. It looks good. That is a tiny engine. But looks good. Nice and clean now. I want to be able to paint parts. I would love to be able to paint this like black. Like a jet black would be really cool. I would love that. That would look really sharp. Especially if I painted the car white. So, the next step that we are going to take is to get the underside of the vehicle done. Get the drive shaft connected and the gearbox. It's going to need a starter, and then it needs one more thing I can't think of. Oh, it needs the exhaust pipes connected as well. It needs a front exhaust section rotary. So let's type in front front exhaust section rotary. Is it going to be down more? Probably. Yes, it is going to be down more. Alright, we're going to need a gearbox rotary because we had to sell the other one. So let's look for the Mazda symbol. Where is it at? There it is right there. And then I bet you we're going to need a V8 starter. Yep. Starter V8, so bolt that down, and then just a drive shaft, and I think we are ready to do some body work on this thing. All right, looks good. Let's go ahead and bring it down and just double check and make sure we got all the parts before we do the body work. Go ahead and clean out my inventory. And then save my game. Alright, let's go ahead and do a quick double check in the car status. Move down here. It should just be body parts. Here it is. We just have to redo the body, paint it, and then we are done. So, with that being said, we can go ahead and actually move it back over to the garage entrance. We don't need it on the lift anymore. And we need everything. Oh, an interior as well. I forgot about that. So, let's go ahead and just open up my tablet to the body shop, and we're going to type in, because there is 2 Mazdas in this game, we need a Mazda RX, and it's going to be a dash. So, dash 7. There we go. And then we just buy everything. And that appears to be it. And let's see, what kind of interior does this thing have? I gotta go to interior disassemble and then assemble. It's got a front left seat. It's got a bench, so I'm assuming it's gonna be Mazda parts. So let's go to the shop and buy those real quick. We're gonna, of course, type in Mazda. Oh, it's not a Mazda part. Huh. Interesting. I guess I get to pick what I want to have in there. Okay. Nice. Let's go ahead and just get the body parts assembled and then we'll work on the interior. Hood, which we will go ahead and close. Oh, I just remembered one thing that I have to do to this vehicle before I do anything with it. I gotta put some oil in the engine. I forgot to do that with the Ford in the last video, and I went to dyno it. And I'm like, oh, I'm an idiot. So we're not gonna make that mistake again. Alright, let's go ahead and we need a license plate, and then I'm gonna figure out what color I'm gonna paint this. I'm kind of thinking like maybe a maroon red or maybe a dark blue or something like that. So I need license plates. What states are we gonna go through for this one? Let's go ahead and go. Let's go with Idaho, scenic Idaho, famous potatoes, and of course we're gonna do some custom plates. And what should we have our custom text be? Potato. That's what we're going with. I misspelled potato, didn't I? Yes, I did. There's no E when it's just potato. Let's go E. Let's go potatoes. How about that? There we go. That's better. Potatoes. Would have been great if I did something other potatoes, like, you know, beets. Something completely not potato related. Alright. Yep, potatoes. There we go. Not bad. This is a sweet car. Someone's going to love this car when they buy it. It's going to make absolutely no sense to them. Alright. Let's go ahead and see. We need a bench seat, 2 fronts, and a steering wheel. Let's check the car status here. Oh, there's no Mazda. That's what it is. And I forgot a window. It's just RX-7. There's no Mazda in it. Okay. Need to go to the shop. Get out of the plate shop. Go over here to the interior shop. So it's just RX-7. There's no Mazda at all. So we need 2 RX-7s. Seats. We need a steering wheel. And then what bench does it want me to have? I'm just going to put the whatever the default bench it wants. Bench. Okay, that one has RX-7. So this is confusing me now. There we go. Holy cow, that was confusing. Front right seat, front left seat, bench, and then, of course, the steering wheel. Alrighty, that looks like it. We just need to take this to the paint shop and paint it up. So let's go do that now. So, honestly, I'm thinking of making it like a dark blue. Let's check the liveries out. If we don't get any liveries, we're gonna go ahead and go with like a dark blue. Oh wow, 16, 19. That is the paint job that was on it before. I don't know. Let me see if I can figure out what livery that is. I don't know what livery that is. It doesn't show. None. Okay. Honestly, I'm thinking like a dark blue. So let's go ahead and get back to. Oh, nice. You can get a lot of different camera angles. I'm liking this. So let's see if we can get as close to a blue as possible. I gotta play around with this and figure out... okay, there we go. There we go. This is probably purple of some sort, but... that's more purplish. This is more like dark blue right here. Go with that. What does hue do to the color? Okay. What did we have it at before? Like... let's go 230 hue if we can get it there. There we go. Alright. I am thinking that is going to be the color of our car. That might not be the blue. It might be purplish. Can't really tell. But that is the color we're going with. So let's paint the car. Alright, let's move this back over to the garage entrance and let's go take a look at the finished product. Alrighty. That looks amazing. Looks great. Let's do one more double check to make sure we got everything done. Yes, we did. Awesome. Yes, so that is going to be it for this video, guys. Let's go ahead and pop this up and see our value. So we're going to get $102,000 for the car, and the restoration bonus is $20. So we'll get about $122,000 roughly. So I would dyno it, but I'm going to get probably the same thing because I didn't put any performance parts in it. So yeah, guys, that is going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like and a comment, and consider subscribing. I will be posting a few more Car Mechanic Simulator videos in the near future. So the more modded vehicles that I add into my game, the more videos I'll put out. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you guys in the next video.